Hey everybody, I went skydiving yesterday, and this is something that just last week I remember saying, I will never ever ever do that. I never understood why anybody would choose to jump out of a plane. I'm so afraid of heights. There's some hikes where I'm just too high, and so I have to crap walk down just because I don't like standing because I feel like I'm too high off the ground. But yesterday, I freaking conquered the shit out of this fear. And what I learned was how to let go of control. Another word for that is surrender. Surrender really means just when you stop trying to control everything. And I just gave it up, and I gave my trust over to my guide. And she was noticing how much I was freaking out. And what I really loved about her is that she was making fun of me. She was making fun of me a lot. And I'm so used to just like tender space holding and facilitation and compassion that this kind of gnarly truth helped me laugh at myself and how silly I was being. And then she just invited me. She's like, Chrissy, you don't need to think. You can stop thinking now. Because I kept asking questions like, am I strapped in? Is it okay that my sinuses are a little congested? She says, yep. And hey, you might blow out an eardrum. Whatever, no problem. And then she would joke that we wouldn't be strapped together and I would just fall to my death. And I just had to laugh because obviously she's done this jump over 2,000 times. And I finally stopped thinking and trusted. And when you jump out of that freaking plane, you're just present. It's such sensory overload, but where you can't be anywhere but here. And on the way up in the plane was the hardest part for me. I couldn't even look outside into the horizon, into the landscapes, even though everybody told me how beautiful it was, because I couldn't do it. So I just kept looking straight ahead inside the plane, which was kind of rickety, to tell you the truth. And we didn't have any seatbelts or anything. And I would just find different colors that I see. I'm like, okay, I see the color black. I see the color white. Oh, that shape is a square. There's the letter S, just little things to help me stay present. And then I put my hands on my knees and just like felt the texture of the gloves against my skin. And those things helped me just stay in my body, because I knew if I dissociated, if I left my body, and if I went into like fight, flight, or freeze, I would have a lot of recovery to do. And so I was like, no, I want to be here for this entire experience. And I'm going to do these things that I've learned in my different trainings to stay here in my body and relax and really activate the parasympathetic nervous system to ground while I was 15,000 feet high. And then I jumped, and it was the coolest thing ever. It was so cool. I mean, you're flying, and I loved it. And I want to do it again. I was talking to Steve today. I was like, can we just do this every day? Just do it every day. My skydiving instructor, she said the first time she signed up for her skydiving, she signed up for 200 jumps because it was a way to save money. And she just wanted to master it really quickly. And now I'm kind of into that. And I'm even imagining any future retreats that I lead, one day I want it to involve skydiving, where people can face this fear and practice surrender and practice trust and practice letting go of control completely. All right, my friends are back. Bye.